Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I know I haven't posted anything for a while. I am still working on my forge. I haven't gotten to work on it very consistently, but it should be getting done fairly soon. I have been recording everything on it still, but I didn't want to keep releasing 1,000 videos, just little bits and pieces, not getting a whole lot done with it at once. So probably going to be about 2 more videos depending on how I can cut it and what makes sense. Don't want to release like a 40-minute video. But yeah, no, it's still working, it's still coming, and I should have that soon. Gonna release that out once I get the forge finished, and then I'll end up by putting out more blacksmithing videos. Today, on the other hand, I am back in the kitchen, as you can see. My parents gave me some hatch chilies and some Bishop's Crown chili peppers. So I've never had Bishop's Crowns before. I'll end up by taking a little sliver off of one and tasting it, see how hot it is, see what the flavor's like. But as of right now, I'm planning on making some chili. Yeah, I have some nice fresh ground chuck. That's gonna be really good. So to get started, I need to go and get some onions chopped, peppers chopped, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So to get started, I've got half an onion here, or half a yellow onion. I'm going to be doing 1.5 yellow onions and 1 red onion. Just dicing these really fairly small. So there are lots of hints and tips and tricks on how to make it so onions don't make you tear up. Some people are just naturally less sensitive to it. I'm not one of those people. The best thing that you can do is have a nice sharp knife. I've heard, breathe through your nose, breathe through your mouth, chew bubble gum. I don't suggest anybody do this at home, but my favorite way is to just close my eyes while I cut onions. Yeah. Close your eyes, you don't get tears, unless you cut yourself, then you might cry. I will admit that I do enjoy the fact that I kind of freak people out whenever I do that. Not gonna lie. Oh, and if anybody wonders what this is just one of those the kind of rubberized things that you put in the bottom of drawers and stuff. I mean, keeps it from your cutting board from sliding around. Works amazing. Alright, so I got my onions. So I'm gonna do probably half each green and an orange bell pepper. Alright, now for this part I'm going to go ahead and put on some gloves, because in this bag of peppers I also have some Naga Vipers, which are one of the top 5 spiciest. So that right there is a Naga Viper. Ooh. Yeah, that's hot. That's really hot. I have a couple ideas of things that I want to do with them, but it's not quite time for that. But yeah, these little crazy things, that is called a Bishop's Crown. Like I said, I'm not sure what that tastes like. So before I throw this in my mix, I'm going to go ahead and take a little slice off of one and see what it tastes like. And then I have some more ripe red hatch chilies and some less ripe green ones. I am going to be roasting the hatch chilies. I'm just going to take a little sliver. I know these aren't supposed to be these aren't supposed to be very, very hot, but in theory they can get fairly hot, not like super hot, but like they start off at about the same heat as a jalapeno with a little bit more fruity flavors from what I've read, and then up to like 5 times hotter than a jalapeno or something like that. About the same spiciness as a serrano. Okay, that's interesting. It's not very spicy at all. I mean, much less so than a habanero. Or much less so than a jalapeno, I mean, sorry. Not sure what to think about these. I mean, they aren't bad. They're just a little boring, I think. They just aren't ripe. And, because I mean, yeah, like I know they're supposed to be red, or they come in like reds and yellows and stuff like that. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm gonna take the seeds out of these. I'm just wanting to save them to give to a friend who has a fairly green thumb. See if he can grow them. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these, take all of these, throw them out on the grill, and get them all nice and toasty. And then with all the seeds, I'm going to just dump them on this paper plate. With paper towel, because from what I understand, they need to dry out some. And you know what? Like these weren't bad. Let me take a little slice out of another one, see if it's any different. Okay, that one had a little bit more spice to it. I don't know, not much, not more than the hatch peppers. But all good, because I want to go ahead and save the seeds from these as well. All right, so here are my hatch peppers, all nice and toasty. Gonna wrap these in some plastic wrap and just stick them in my freezer for a little bit. I'll go ahead and toast these Bishop's crowns as well. Yeah, see all the steam right here? That's exactly what we want. That'll help release the skins. Alright, so over here I have a Dutch oven. Gonna just put a little bit of oil in there. Let that get all nice and hot. So over on this side, I'm gonna go ahead and start heating up some beef stock. So here I have a pound of ground sirloin and a pound of ground chuck. Gonna go ahead and toss those in. Should probably do it in batches so it gets more evenly browned, but meh. Alright, so here in my blender I have all my peeled and like the roasted and peeled hatch peppers. I have the Bishop's crowns. I roasted those, did not peel those because I didn't roast them very darkly. Gonna go ahead and throw in a can of chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. One torn up Anaheim pepper, dried Anaheim pepper. And that Anaheim pepper, I think it's gonna have some nice smokiness to it. And then with the chipotles, that's gonna add some spice that I think this is gonna need. So take my beef stock that I heated up. I'm gonna put a lid on it. I'm just gonna let that sit for a few minutes, help rehydrate that Anaheim pepper. In the meantime, let's go ahead and switch back. All right, so here, just have a colander and a bowl. I'm gonna strain out my meat. Not going to worry too much about getting everything off the bottom. But with all this rendered out fat, I'm going to add, oh, not a ton of it back, but I'm going to add some of it back. Now this is basically just beef fat. Remember all that stuff that we cut up earlier? In it goes. Going to go ahead, now that it's had some time to rehydrate those peppers. Ooh my gosh. That smells good. Alright, gonna go ahead and get it all blended up. Alright, so this stuff is getting all nice and translucent. And what I'm gonna do now is, so this is a mixture of salt, pepper, chipotle chili powder, because again I like chipotle, cumin, and cayenne to give it a little bit of spice. So I'm going to dump all that in, and then this is just Mexican oregano. Dump all that in. May need to add more, I'm not sure. We'll find out later. Now I'm also going to go ahead and add a few nice big spoonfuls of minced garlic. See that? Oh, that looks amazing. And it smells amazing. Oh, I wish there was smell-o-vision. Alright, to this, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 Shiner Buck. And then to myself, I will add 1 Shiner Buck. Alright, about now, I'll go ahead and add my meat back in. Let it start absorbing some of those flavors. Give it a good mix around. And I'll go ahead and add in 42.5 ounces of petite diced tomatoes. Which I actually meant to add in before I added the meat, but whatever. Alright, let's go ahead and add in our chili mixture and the rest of our beef stock. Have another drink of your beer. And we need to let this come up to a simmer. Alright, well now that this is starting to come up to a simmer, I'm gonna cover it, kind of catty-cornered, not quite completely covered, what's it called? Offset, there we go. Gonna cover it, but offset the lid, turn it down to low. I'm just gonna let this simmer for probably at least an hour. Alright, so it's been about, really it's been probably closer to 2 hours. I just kind of let it go. Came down and stirred it every once in a while to make sure it wasn't scorching down on the bottom. It's got a nice little spice to it. It's nothing overbearing in my opinion, but has a nice little spice to it. I hope y'all give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. And yeah, have a great day. I bet y'all thought that I wasn't going to taste it on camera. Now the real trick to this to not burn your face. Yeah, that, like I said, that's got some good spiciness to it.